All right, welcome back. Now, this evening, the Black Management Forum, that's the BMF's quarterly conversations, will host 60 executives and BMF members at the Fairlawns Hotel in Morningside. The series was launched in 2013 and provides a platform for CEOs and senior executives to share knowledge as well as access a bigger support system. The Deputy President, Nonkululeko Gobodo, will use the opportunity to share with her membership and captains of industry her thoughts on how to bring 80% of the population on board in terms of equal participation in the economy. Well, it's my pleasure now to welcome her to Morning Live. It's such an honor to have you, and welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, Glenn. Thank you so much. Can I just correct you? I'm not the Deputy President. Koko Kumalo is the Deputy President. I'm just a guest.
Thank you very much. I did read this and think maybe you have been sort of moved into this position without my knowledge. But yeah, thank you for correcting it, because I didn't think that this was your position. But nonetheless, thank you very much for joining us here on the program. And so basically, you have just been invited as a guest by the BMF to impart your knowledge, to impart your experience.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure a great honor for you.
Yes. I suppose, this is a very important era for us in South Africa. And as black professionals, as black business leaders, we need to be in the forefront of charting the way forward. And the BMF is providing this platform for people to learn from our experiences.
Yeah.
As you know, Season Gobodo went through this journey that was such a challenge for us, and we got tired of waiting for things to happen for us. You know, in South Africa we talk about economic transformation, and it's just sort of a story that goes on and on. But we said, let's take this into our own hands and make this happen for ourselves. So people need to learn from those kinds of experiences.
Yeah, indeed. And an experience as yourself. The very first chartered accountant, the female chartered accountant here in South Africa, which is no mean feat. It's a huge accolade for you to have achieved something like that. Now, just talk to me about the challenges that you went through to try and to get to this position.
People don't understand when we talk about economic transformation that it's not an overnight thing. You know, Season Gobodo is celebrating 30 years this year.
Yeah.
We started as small entrepreneurs during those difficult periods in South Africa. And out of those struggles that we went through, we learned a lot. And they mature you in a sense, such that you come to a place where you now feel courageous enough and bold enough to change the landscape of the country, which is what we've accomplished.
Yeah.
So I want people to understand that economic transformation is a journey that we have to undertake, and it's not something that is going to happen overnight. And black professionals specifically, they have to be in the forefront. They have to take responsibility for this change. We look at all that is happening in the country, road statue, all of those things. For me, it says we've come to a certain place. How are we going to respond to this moment as black South Africans? Are we just going to complain? Are we going to just rehash the history? Or are we going to say, this is our time and this is what we're going to do to move the country forward?
Yeah, we find ourselves in a tough situation. We really do, in an economic position here where you look at the youth of today, and I think it's a big problem, because sometimes the youth look around and feel like, what does my future hold for me? Where do I go from here? And perhaps there's just a sense of a worrying sense happening around the country right now. What is the words of wisdom that you can give to the youth particularly?
I think we need to understand where we are. I think there's a lot of frustration from everybody. The honeymoon is over, Mandela is gone. We need to usher in a new era. So what we're doing is we're expressing our emotions, because I think after 1994, we never had an opportunity to really express those emotions. As black South Africans, we feel that we have been sort of the sacrificial lamb of the new South Africa, in a sense, because we had to forgive. And the people whom we are forgiving, did they apologize? We don't feel they've apologized. And the white South Africans, on the other hand, may feel like, they've never had an opportunity to express those feelings of the sense of loss, even the shame. emotions have to be expressed. So I think it's good that we're expressing them, but we need to move forward from there.
Absolutely. I mean, as a company, as a massive company like Sizwe and Sabulu Gobodo, what do you do? What do you do to try and better the economy for the youth, for basically moving forward exactly what you're talking about?
As I'm saying, as Sizwe and Sabulu Gobodo, we started building an institution because we have to start this process of rebuilding South Africa, you know, and as black people we have to be involved in that rebuilding. So we decided that we're putting the past behind us, we're going to start that rebuilding process. So we're building an institution, we're providing a platform for the youth, we're producing chartered accountants, we're producing professionals that are being redeployed into the economy. And they are part of that rebuilding. They see that we can't just fold our arms and cry and complain about the past. We can start building, you know, and building is not easy, but we are building. We've started that process. This is what I want to encourage all South Africans to start that process of building.
Yeah, indeed. Build the country that you want to see, that you want to have around you.
Exactly.
And that's the important part. I think it's instead of looking for those handouts, make those handouts come to you. Just do that. Do it for yourself.
Yes,
and I think that's an important message that we need to get across. Do you know anything about how, if this evening is a closed event, are people able to attend or perhaps come and listen to you speak? Because I'm sure there's so many people that would like to. Do you know those details, or is that something?
No, it is a closed event. Okay. It was by invitation, so I'm sure, yes.
Fantastic. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for talking to us here on the program. It's been a pleasure having you here. This, of course, is Nonkululeko Gobodo. She is, of course, the first black chartered accountant, female chartered accountant here in South Africa. And she is one of the founding members of Sizwe and Saluba Gobodo, still one of the powerhouses in chartered accountancy here in South Africa.